the button.
So I will count down 3, 2, 1. Hello, summoners. Woo.
Summoners.
That came from the diaphragm. Welcome to another pulse pounding,
Oh yeah,
lightning inducing,
absolutely.
tower ascending episode of A Monster Rancher's Guide to Summoner's War. I am the Skeletor, Aztec Olmec. But
There
it
he
wouldn't
is.
be a proper
Ladies and
episode if I didn't have the Master of the Universe, Lightstar 777, with me.
I have the power.
This guy.
Man, Dolph Lundgren, what a great actor! What an actor!
I mean,
What a
Ivan
cultural treasure. That
Ivan
man is.
Drago and He-Man. I mean, who else has that distinction?
I must break you.
I must He-Man you. Welcome to another episode of A Monster Rancher's Guide to Summoner's War.
Here we are.
We have
Back again.
We are back, yes, from last week, from outer space, of course.
So now we're back from outer space. We just arrived with a sad look upon your face.
We are definitely talking some Second Awakening nonsense. We're talking what I should do with all these runes, because Aztec Oldman has taken all of his runes off last rune removal day. I am basically runeless. All my monsters are like, we don't have runes. We feel so
I already
naked.
know my suggestion.
So I need to re-rune everybody.
He tells me about these subjects before we get here, but he didn't. And I'm going to give him my advice, like fresh
Good.
to death.
Excellent. We're going to talk about the 2v2 World Arena. That should be
How would
interesting.
you like your AoEs to not exist anymore?
Well, they did take that into account. So they thought of it's pretty well thought out. I kind of like it.
I mean, I get it, but at the same time, you're basically making us memorize. Oh, okay. Well, this person can't be AoE guy anymore, so now I have to ruin him for single damage guy. But now I have to have two of him, right?
Yes and no. Yes.
Ridiculous.
Yes and no. But anyway, so I'm gonna need help reruning. I picked a couple of units.
Yeah, I mean, you're my horse, so 2v2, you're all I got. So
no pressure.
Maybe I can get Nelly.
Pressure. Nelly and
Aztec
Aztec and Lightstar versus Nelly and JD. That would be over so quick. It would be like, start over.
Hey, I'd say we'd make it at least 3 rounds. You know what?
Yeah.
What's the going the distance? When do when is your pride satisfied? Round 10 is it? Yeah, we're never making it to round 10, but 3. We'll make it to 3.
Definitely. So, I mean, of course, the New York meetup is coming up, so everyone get your free tickets, and everyone going. I'm going to be going, so it should be good times. The comic book plot line is actually stepping up, which is really cool. I don't know spoilers. I'm not going to give you any spoilers. You get your comics and read them. I
hear that Han dies in this latest one.
Han never dies. I don't support
stabbed by his own son.
The new trilogy. Anyway. That's a episode for Monster Rancher's Guide to Star Wars.
Since Rose Tico was so underutilized, I agree with you. But but let's not talk about toxic fan bases here, because our fans are the best.
Let's talk about Summoner's War stuff. Let's see.
Summoners War, baby.
For once, I didn't really like the this new song for the Summoner's War. I usually am rocking with all of the the Summoner's War music, but this one was a little.
I'll hand it to you. I have to agree. We have had some bops before they have had some real bops, and this one just was like it was fine.
It was all right.
Yeah.
It was okay.
It was
Great.
okay.
But the video had nothing to do with Summoners War. It was a lot of, breakdancing and such like that. So I'm like,
Breakdance. You know what? Maybe that's like the next one. They're going to have a Zoolander crossover, and they're going to be breakdance fighting.
Oh no!
Come on now, follow me with
Oh
this. Yeah,
no!
breakdance fighting.
Yes.
From Zoolander.
Oh no!
And then
let's hope.
And
not.
then, oh my God! Now I've got it.
Let's
this is
hope
going to
not.
be the ultimate. Okay, in relation to that, okay, that will be like that'll be the fire elemental. Will be Derek Zoolander.
Oh, listen to the theory crafting. It is just
Hansel,
going.
Hansel will be the water version, right?
And who would what's
the dark one is going to be the guy DJ from Street Fighter, the most stereotypical over the top rendition of an island Jamaican ever in the history of ever
from DOA. Yeah. And what else?
And then the light one will of course be the Anglo child that loves capoeira and goes to Brazil to or somewhere else to study it intimately. Wind. Who's going to be Wind?
This is all theory crafting, folks. There is no Zoolander crossover.
Mugatu will be the
Mugatu, of course. Gotta have Will Ferrell, and shout out to Will Ferrell, one of my favorite. Will Ferrell, sorry, I always call him Will Ferrell. I don't know. Anyway, Will Ferrell, excellent. Anyway, enough theory crafting with Zoolander.
By the one who's called I Am.
Zoolander out on DVD.
You know you love me.
Yeah, sometimes.
Man, that movie is so old. It probably was on VHS at one point too.
Coming to a VHS near you.
Does anybody know VHS? Like, no, just these two.
Summoners War.
That's hurtful.
Back to Summoners War.
Summoners War.
Well, the reason why we're here.
You know what? Like, first, how are you doing? How was your week? You doing all right?
Week was awesome. Let's see. Wife's birthday was on Saturday, so it was went out to the city and had dinner at Max Brenner. Shout out to Max Brenner's. Oh man, but yeah, we had did the whole birthday thing in Manhattan, so that was cool. I got some. You got some Genshin luck, even though it was unwanted. So I'm happy about that.
Let me break it down. So we all know that Aztec, charming soul that he is,
this guy
got both monsters I wanted in the last Genshin banner. So in this one,
saw you in Yomiya.
Much like my luck runs every time. There was like a preview that you could try out the two new monsters.
Right. It's,
and I literally
Shogun
said
and Kujo Sara. Yeah.
Kujo-Sara.
Right.
Kujo-Sara.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I hate Kujo-Sara, so I am positive I'm going to get them.
Yep.
And today, we were playing a little bit earlier, and wouldn't you know it, of course, I got Kujo-Sara.
Of course, because I was watching, and that's the only reason he got it. That I found that funny. I was like, all right, usually I'm gonna summon and get nothing, and I saw purple, which usually means a 4-star, similar to lightning in Genshin. I mean, in Summoner's War, and good old Kujo came. But I don't know. I think just aesthetically, she's very cool. I love Tengus. The Tengus are like Japanese. Just spirits or demons or whatever. But I like her whole Tengu motif. I really like the Tengu in DOA. I think it was DOA 2. But Tengus always show up. They always show up in pop culture. The movie with Keanu Reeves, where he was the Ronin.
Kung Fu.
No, what was it 47 Ronin?
47 Ronin?
Yeah. Tengu were in that
48,
also.
too many Ronin. 46, not enough Ronin.
But there
47, just right.
There were Tengu in that movie also, so they show up here and there in pop culture. But definitely build her, see if she's good. You might I mean, there might be another like unit that you didn't like before. Then, you know, get
Galleon.
used to her, get used to the mechanics, and you might actually like her. But who knows?
Galleon. But then Boomerang, surprise, hate Galleon again.
Yep. That you do.
Why he doesn't do any damage with his S3 is befuddling to me.
So
At least give me like 100 points of damage. At least make it worth my journey to have pressed the button. You know. So hateful.
So what do you want to talk first? You want to talk some Genshin?
Yes,
You want to talk about?
I want to talk about your runes because I don't want people thinking I formulated anything. And you know,
Okay.
which is it? Scout 2, 2, 3, 2, 2. This is, you know, from whichever the Hunger Games, the 2. Anyways, whatever it is, that honor, I am not heard about. I only knew you removed all your runes. I didn't know you hadn't put anything back. So
Didn't put anything back.
I'm good.
Okay,
I am
there's
going to
only
give
one
you the
team.
most. Okay.
Oh, just
What
the
team?
TOA normal team. That's all. I needed to get on that because Unfair Bear is this week. If you folks didn't know, Unfair Bear is the Wind Panda, Panda Warrior, who is just ridiculous. And I need some, summoning stones exclusive summoning stones in order to. So
Exclusive.
I was doing some TOA. So
here's what I'm going to suggest, for better or for worse. Okay.
Great.
Take it for what you will.
Okay.
I would re-rune with your best runes, your Chikaru team.
Okay.
And then I would re-rune your Giants Sathatu.
Got it.
Because, right there, you're farming your runes. Right? And that, depending on your Chikaru runes, you might be able to farm level 10 of the Punisher's Crypt.
Okay.
And I think the other team can do a reasonable job at the Steel Fortress.
Okay.
Don't quote me on that, but I think one of the teams is compatible with that as well.
So Chikaru and
that's my
Giants.
advice.
Okay.
Yes, and then what I would say is, if you have any blue runes whatsoever, just sell them.
Out the window.
Sell every one of them, unless they're a determination rune and you need it because you don't have a better alternative rune for your Chikaru.
Okay.
But other than that, I would use this rare opportunity of your forthright thinking to remove your runes.
Okay.
To be a boon, to just wipe the slate clean once you have your couple farming teams.
Right.
That you only will go into this getting better runes. And then as you get better runes, you can put those purple 6 stars or your legendary runes onto your teams and start building them up again.
No problem.
Because I think like, if I had somebody who just went in and did that for me, like if they like removed every rune except like the couple farming teams I have,
right,
I would be so happy because then they'd be like, oh, you mean all of these runes are useless and I could just get rid of them? That's great. That's wonderful.
dude. I had such housekeeping to do. I had 2-star runes floating around. I had 3-star runes floating around probably from like first 3 months of playing. Man, I needed Noel. If you play Genshin, I needed Noel to come and just sweep. Sweep and housekeep. Elia,
no
get on
offense,
it. What's up?
But I when I decided to rebuild, like to build up my Leo, he also had a 2-star rune on him. He actually had a 2-star white rune.
Woo!
I almost committed seppuku. I was like, I mean, it told me how long.
Tighten them bandages.
Staunchly standing at the gate of the storage defense.
See,
force,
only a friend would admit that, because someone would be like, anyone else would be like, ugh. I hear the noses turning and the disdain, but only a good friend would admit, you know what? I had the same thing. I did the same.
Absolutely. Absolutely, I did.
See?
But the moment I realized I did it, then I went through and. So pretty much what I did is I didn't want to remove all of my runes because I wanted to see as I went who had them
Right.
so I could go fix them afterwards. So the last time I did a lot of housekeeping, I just went through like 1 through 6 slots and
Right.
I picked the stats that I couldn't care less about. So if I found like a flat anything but speed 2-star rune or
Yeah.
like 2-slot rune, I just sold everything. And then like I would isolate like the things I didn't really care about in like accuracy or resistance in like 6 or 4 or whatever.
Right.
And I would only keep something if I thought that there was at least potential use. So
Gotcha.
like if I had something I wanted to get like 100% resistance, very tanky,
Mm-hmm.
only there for a long time, not a good time, that kind of monster. That was the
Drake,
kind of
ladies
one
and
that
gentlemen, that was a Drake reference.
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, just so you know how hip we are.
a hip hop hip.
Anyway, but yes, I will take that advice.
Beat.
I will knock that out of the park. I have so many different rune combinations in my brain. It's not even funny. Not even funny. But yeah, man.
But just think how much better those rune combinations will be when you have
more
runes worthy of your combo.
more decent runes, exactly. You know, horrible.
Did you hear that thunder just now? Did that come through?
No,
Okay, good. That was just me then.
some good old Florida thunder before the Florida
Oh, yeah,
before the Tampa Bay Lightning. I hear you.
it's been doing that for like about 4 minutes or 4 hours or so now.
So, side note, of course, obviously in the opening we shouted out our favorite He-Man characters. I'm actually rocking my Skeletor shirt for the show today, but I wanted to know, because I didn't see it at all, I wanted to know Lightstar's opinion about the remake. It's Kevin Smith's remake of Masters of the Universe or He-Man or what have you. What was it?
No.
No. That's all. That's all he can say. Just no, huh? What?
Did you ever watch the Family Guy? With the lady who she's like no.
Yes, yeah, I saw that one.
Superman no está aquí.
No. Yeah, I definitely saw that, but that was your opinion of.
I mean, here's the thing.
What's the thing?
He's. I don't want to say it.
Just say it.
Okay, you know what?
Just say it.
He is a phenomenally talented person.
Okay. I love the way you start. You start with a compliment. That's good.
Dogma is one of
Dogma's
the
great.
most intriguingly well-written movies. But
That being said,
like, I don't know. It doesn't translate, I mean, even Dogma had Jay and Silent Bob and Dick and Fart jokes and a poo monster. So, it's kind of his niche, and a direct remake like that, it didn't really do it for me,
So, what was your opinion
Wasn't-
about the Masters of the Universe? It was
okay. It just didn't have the heart and like, I don't know what it is, but like it's like the original G.I. Joe, right? You could not make the original G.I. Joe today.
Couldn't do it.
Like you couldn't do it because, for one thing, every single character was a stereotype. and I mean, that's kind of their thing. Like, like you had Adam, who is basically like, in He-Man, who is the master of like all the masters of the universe, and then you had She-Ra off to the side, like somewhere doing her own thing because she was not the masteress of the universe.
Okay.
It was just like, girl, you got to bounce. Like you can't be here now. Like, I mean, it was just a show that was in its time great, but I don't feel like it can be contemporary and really good. I mean, again, and as much as you may not believe me, I do love the Dolph Lundgren version of that movie. Like, I
Okay,
loved that live action,
great.
short of one whole scene that was just stupid, but
One.
all it was really dumb. Do you remember it well enough to know?
No, I don't. I definitely don't remember it well enough to like. I just remember the overall like look and theme of it, but I
Uh,
cannot quote that movie.
I'll,
No.
I'll, I'll just say, like, at one point they would just arrived on Earth, and like, He-Man had them, eating chicken, and they're like, oh, what are
What?
these white sticks? And like he said, oh, well, that's the bones. And like then they all were like really sad, sitting around like, it tasted so good. Like, and that was just like like it was just a vegetarian's dream scene, because like, it was really pushing for the fact that they were just so alienated by the fact that their meat had bones in it.
Excellent. So that was just as
Anyways, tangentially, I'm just saying there are some shows that I just think, eh, like, they'll never have what the original had. Like, they'll never have the
I
je
hear
ne
you.
sais quoi,
I-
and I feel like that's what it was. Like, it was fine. It's like, here again, the Ninja Turtles. 80s version of the Turtles, absolutely perfect. Nickelodeon version, meh, they're okay. They get the job done. Michael Bay version, we just don't talk about.
Yo, they all look like the Incredible Hulk. They were gigantic
But
Ninja Turtles.
but you see, like, that's the thing, right? Like,
That was one big.
that's
They were
that's
big
like the
turtles.
progression. That's like, so that's my feelings about the Kevin Smith
Okay.
He-Man. You see, it's like, it's it was great when it was out. It was okay when it was remade before, and now it's just you know, it's okay. I could watch the cartoons again.
I could
For,
watch
like,
the
the
cartoons.
Looney, like the Looney Tunes. Like, they have like this new Looney Tunes, and Bugs Bunny looks like all cracked out and all. It's just not enjoyable.
That I didn't know. I did not know they remade Looney Tunes with a cracked out
Oh,
Bugs
yeah.
Bunny.
Cracked out of his mind.
Well, let's get to this 2v2 arena. I definitely want your opinions on, because I know there will be plural opinions.
Me opinions? I never have opinions. I know what you're talking about.
Obviously we just watched the Dev Note video. I took some notes from it. I mean, I kind of get where the developers are going with this, because a lot of people play Summoner's War in groups. Like, think of it, the meetup. I'm sure everyone's going to be farming, everyone's going to be playing. Hopefully by the time the meetup happens, this 2v2 feature. So basically, let me just break it down, the overview. So basically, you and a partner, so myself and Lightstar, can fight two other summoners at the same time. We each get 3 units. You can, if any of the units have leader skills, you can use 2 different leader skills at once. And AoE attacks can only attack one other player's unit. So you can't attack all 6 units at once. You can only attack the 3 that another player has. And your partner can buff your units and revive. So, thoughts? Those are just, that's just a basic overview.
All right, I'm launching into it already. So,
Shoot.
for one thing, I think how much cooler it might have been, in my mind, if you had a mechanic where it would hit everybody, but it was like a tiered, like, damage potential, right?
Okay.
Like, I don't know, I just think that would have been kind of neat to have, where, like, your primary focus team, you do the most, or like the primary target, and the AoE like cascaded down the damage as you went. Like, I just think that would have been kind of a cool kind of mechanic. The The other thing, I like that it's almost like doing the raid boss, or the Rift Raid
Right.
boss, like the R5,
Mm-hmm.
because you the different leader skills and all that. So it's kind of building on the skills and the gameplay mechanics that we may be used to already, so to speak. So I dig that. I like that you're bringing in more of a collaborative feel for the everyday players,
Yeah.
so to speak, where you know they can feel more, like a part of a team and a group and all of that. That being said, like I think, what do I think? I wish this was coming with things like, if you finish Toa and Toa Heroic X amount of times, you
Hmm.
can auto it by just having enough energy in thing. And like, just you could buy whatever energy you need, or you could just hit okay, clear that, and you get all your prizes. And because the thing is, while yes, I would love to spend the time doing that, like what am I going to give up? Am I going to give up my normal RTA, like, because I mean, I have more things going on now in my personal life than I used to, and I still find it very hard to accomplish everything I would like to
Right.
in this game every day, and that's with the auto farming. That is with me being the best I can be to be on all the time and farming as much as I can. And I don't know. I just, you know, it's cool, but like also, you know, you have to get the time from somewhere, and then it's coordinating with someone else. So,
Right.
you know, I don't know, like, you and I were fortunate. We have like a play date basically that we come to once a week, and
Yeah.
we know we're going to be here together. But the average player, like, are they just, is it going to be like R5s where like people are just
Hmm.
trying to like catch randos in chat? Like, I, I don't know. I mean, you get what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know. I could see where it could be problematic in that, you're you're not going to always have your friend
Right.
available for you. And like, yes, all the
Okay.
the
I
big
see where you're
time
coming from.
guilds, I all the big time guilds and all that are, the pro whales and things like that. Yeah, sure, they're probably going to have a field day because it's something else they can do. They'll probably have new, you know, mods, or transmog, something else that they can get from it that's a benefit to them, slightly faster animation speed, whatever, right? But where does the every player come in, um you know in that regard? And I mean, and that's just a me thing,
Right.
that's just a, I mean, on a general day, I don't usually see you on the game. Like, it's kind of hard for you and I to just bump into each other
Coordinate. Yeah.
relativistically spimping in the game. So it's like what do you do? Like, what is, you know I'll be curious, like, how that mechanic works. Like, I mean, are they going to have like, I don't know. I would love it if they did this. If when you got with somebody, they included like a voice chat feature in game, like in app, but only when you're in like a private chat. Like, I think that would be very helpful, but I have this sneaky suspicion that it won't happen.
Oh
Um,
no, not
ever.
when Discord exists. But
Right, but
yeah.
you see, that's my problem. Is
Hmm.
like, how would I strategize with you in the middle of an RTA? You get like
Hmm.
not a lot of time
Good
to
point.
plan your move. So like, how do I know, like, oh hey, I'm going to bypass my heal, so you
Yeah,
make
you'd
sure you
have to
heal
be in
yourself
this.
next round or something. Like, it's not like R5 where you can just hit auto and you can sit back and just relax. Like, I mean, that's the thing about RTA is you can't usually auto it. I mean, unless you have
No.
incredibly competent monsters or you're like really winning,
Right.
So, I mean, you're asking us to commit to playing the game like that, but at the same time,
I think
like
this was
and again, and even in terms of the strategy, like you have the A team and the B team on their side, right? So
right.
like how would I communicate to you that, oh, I'm going to attack A, I suggest you do the same, and specifically attack their Vanessa on A. Don't, like, don't hit anything else, just hit their Vanessa on team A.
I think
Like,
this
that's
is
the kind of thing that,
definitely for like in person, you know, in person
right,
like.
but that's the problem, is I think it would be so cool and connect players
Mhm.
all over the world. But how do you do it if you don't have real-time communication to go with the real-time arena? Like,
Right.
that's where I'm
That's
coming from. Like, and I mean, even when you look at in terms of like the esport side of things and
mhm.
RTA, like, I know it would probably get vulgar and really bad because like a lot of people are toxic in the game, but like even that, like, everybody wants to talk a little smack when they're beating somebody,
Right.
So like, not having that at all in the game is just, I don't know, it's just one of those things that, like, I think it has such potential, but like, I don't know. I'll have to try it a few times.
Yeah.
I'll definitely be trying it with you, but
Of course.
you and I will be able to talk, and I think that's the only way it'll be really viable. Otherwise, I mean, basically you're playing side by side RTA, and if you're fighting against the guys who are sitting on Discord talking to one another, I feel like you'll be at a disadvantage because they're strategizing.
Oh yeah.
I mean, what if they bring two, like, characters that put up shields or invincibility or even taunt, like Jean.
Right.
I mean, they could rotate their taunts and their shields and their invincibility and everything else, like, and you'll be at a disadvantage right away because they're able to time it out. Like, they'll be like, okay, I have one more turn before I can do my invincibility again. And you have 2 turns left on your shield that's up. So why don't you go
Right.
ahead and hit yours? And great, I'll hit my next round. And things like that. I just think they're they're getting such an advantage just by being able to talk about strategy.
I'm thinking this is
And it's the
definitely in person. This is
only
more
way it
like
can happen.
cafe. A bunch of your friends are playing with each other. I don't think this is like
Okay.
definitely a
Well
remote
then, I'm
mechanic.
just going to flip this and do a second thing here,
Okay.
because I'm in Florida. Oh, what is that thing? It's everywhere, killing like 300 people a day in Florida. Coronavirus doesn't seem too smart to encourage people to sit next to one another these days. But I digress.
I digress. Okay. Well, you brought up some good points. Hopefully, Comtuous is listening, and they implement some of these
This is the
features.
day they banned my account. I've got a feeling.
Why would they? Because you have an opinion? No, I mean, but
I
yeah,
do.
we will see what comes of this. I am kind of curious to see how the Summoner's War board game. I should board game. What am I talking about? The Summoner's War, 2v2 is going to
I mean,
pan out.
that would be really funny. It'd be, in my mind, it's like Jumanji.
Yeah, right.
Jumanji.
Yeah. So
Too much fun. So you were asking what you should 2A next.
yes, I have a
What are your options?
well. I can. I mean, one is super obvious. Is obviously to finish, all three. Icarus. But I wanted to take a break from that and see if I can wedge in either Vigor or Lulu and Friends. Now,
Mm,
I would.
mm, mm.
I think we talked about this briefly beforehand.
We did.
But you were basically just asking, what do you need more? Do you need a healer more, or do you need another? Well, so Vigor, he's what DPS, healer, and anti buffs, right? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he defense breaks. He. Oh, here, I'll just pull him up real quick. Not a problem.
Just pull him up.
He's. I mean, he's. So, you disturb HP recovery for 1 turn. Does damage according to HP.
Hmm.
Recovers HP of allies by 20% each, and increases their attack speed for 2 turns. In addition, decreases the chances of allies receiving critical hits for 2 turns. And his S3, he attacks the enemy 3 times, each attack having a 45% chance to decrease the defense for 3 turns.
Mm-hmm.
Damage of this attack increases according to your max HP, and his leader skill is Guild Attack Power. So, I mean, basically, you build him tanky as all get out,
Oh yeah, because
and
he
you just
scales.
sit back while he defense breaks. Now, I mean, the big difference would be if you need somebody who's healing every single time they move, or do you need somebody who's healing every now and then? Because, like, Lulu, it's like, attack and recovers the HP of the lowest ally by AP ratio by 15%.
Right.
Removes all harmful effects, grants immunity, and recovers both yourself and the target allies' HP by 25, and removes all harmful effects on all allies and recovers all allies' HP by 25, grant immunity on the allies who had no harmful effects for 2 turns. So, I mean, Lulu and Friends is phenomenal if you are trying to, if you need a healer all the time.
Got you. And
All the
I,
time.
I
and
wouldn't
and you
say
make
no to
him
that.
a little tanky, little fast. Like, so I apparently robbed a Swift rune from my Lulu and Friends. See, this is what happens. I tell you, it must not have been sufficient. Let's just look if we
Now,
can find.
Lulu seems to have more usage than a wind charger shark. A
Wow,
lot more
wow,
usage.
that's poor Zephicus. That's all I have to say to you,
That's
sir.
that's it. I
Poor,
wow.
poor
I like this
Zephicus.
team.
Which team?
I see Lulu. I see Wind Giant Warrior. I forget his name. And Dark Giant Warrior. That's kind of interesting.
Skogul?
Yeah.
You forgot Skogul?
Yes, Wind Giant Warrior, and I don't know what the Dark Giant Warrior is, but that is a pretty interesting team. I see these are all for guild battle because I have to throw together a guild team really quick so I can at least do guild war during this whole event happening. Oh wow, Lulu, Lakia, and Leo. That is triple L's right there. You
Really?
you can make that team for guild. That would be interesting.
Let's see. Have I done my guild battles yet? No, I haven't. Let's see. Whoa. Okay, well that is tempting fate. Let's not mess with them.
So much usage for Lulu and friends. So I'm gonna go to the. Can you check the usage for good old Vigor?
Busy.
Busy. I hear you. I hear that. I don't know. Out of those two, I'm thinking Lulu. So many cool guild teams.
Thousands of siege battle, thousands of guild battles, arena, dimensional hole, cliff of tough beastmen, more dimensional hole, rift of worlds, dark, fire, water, and the rift raid itself.
So they're a very, very, very wide utility between both of them. So I don't know. I think I'm just gonna go with Lulu just because I don't have that many decent healers. I definitely have DPS unit, and I know Vigor has like off-brand healing and defense break, which is wonderful. But I'll definitely finish Lulu, then get back on the Trickaroo grind.
Who is in the lead on your Lulu team you liked?
Oh, the Dark Giant Warrior.
No, the one that you said I could actually make, sir.
Oh, apologies. Leo's in the lead.
Damn right.
I don't know why though, because it's wind defense, but that's what they.
I'm going to guess that nobody else has the leader skill.
No,
Yep, Lulu doesn't have leader skill.
Lockheed doesn't either. Yeah.
Well, he actually increases defense of fire allies by 50%. So, all right. Well, we're going to see what happens. I'm putting this up as sacrificial for my thing, and then we can go try to summon our
Unfair Bears, right?
our unfair bears here, where we all know the outcome. You're going to summon two
Just
unfair
two.
bears, pretty much back to back, before you get the other two.
That would
and then
be the trifecta, because I do have a Molong, and I definitely have a Fire Panda Warrior from Fusion. So, hey, I should be so lucky, right? Mr. I
you're going to
got
be that lucky because
Cujo Sour. That's funny. She's like one of the few I wanted, and I haven't summoned in this banner too much as yet. So I have time.
Oh.
I have time. Raiden's not going anywhere for at least another week. And then, but afterwards, there's Kokomi. So I'm like, do I save for Kokomi? Because she looks pretty ridiculous, and she will work very, very well with Ayaka. So I don't know. That's another factor I have. Good problems to have, right? Good problems.
right. Just gonna hit auto and see if these two now, because like everybody else is dead, can do it. Nope. Just gonna see if this one can do it. Now, granted, my Lulu and friends, I had robbed her runes, at least one of them, so I'm guessing I didn't actually ruin Lulu and friends, her, him, shim. Yeah, that went about how I expected.
It's
right,
all
well,
good. Just wanted to see why that particular
I
team.
mean, I get it. I get it because, you know, Leica is going to be your sustained damage.
Right.
Lulu's going to bring them back up every time they're attacked. And Leo's going to control their speed. So, and he does pretty good damage. So, I could see if mine were ruined better that team could work. So, I'm not opposed to it.
Excellent.
All right. We're going to get all three of these, yeah?
I don't know
many do you
about.
have?
Only 3 summons, so it's definitely not going to be. At least for the exclusive. But I have what? I have what? Only half a week. Oh boy, I gotta get some more summoning stones. By hook or by crook.
Exclusive summoning.
So I have 1 light and dark, 36 mysticals, and a couple of the exclusive summoning. So
in my project, I'm up to 28 light and dark scrolls. So.
good. I know you're waiting till your next birthday to crack those open.
Yep, that's the only thing I'm saving, and I'm going to get nothing from it, and then I'm just going to cry right here on stream for your amusement.
For
folks.
my amusement.
No, for our fans' amusement.
Our fans'
so
amusement.
You want to see a grown man cry? Watch him open 45 light and dark and get sweet fuck all.
Sweet. Anyway, I'm gonna count it down because I didn't that one time, and guess what happened?
Yeah, and then you got a 5-star. Shocking.
So.
No one.
So 3, 2, 1, and Summon, 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 summon.
Okay. Nothing. 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 Can I say nothing every time? Nothing.
Every time.
Unfair bear. Nothing. Unfair bear. Nothing. Nothing. Remember when I actually got something from the exclusive summoning stones?
That
Remember when you got
was-
something from the exclusive summoning stones?
That was yeah, I got Ophelia, and that was the only. That was like maybe the second time I got lightning.
Oh, I got lightning from it. Of course, it's a Joker. Why wouldn't it be? Now listen here.
You motherfuckers! Shout out to wait, that was Boris the Blade, yeah, from
Where's the blade?
from Snatch, yes, one of our favorite characters ever. That dude is hysterical.
I'm going to open 3 wind scrolls because I'm sad. Guess what? I'm still sad. Those scrolls, they were empty, devoid of joy. Wow, you're actually using the SDF. What's that about?
I know, right? I have to. I thought
Look at
I
your
had
poor
enough.
5-star Leo.
Look at him.
Yeah, but I mean, why are you using that and not the mystical? What do they call this thing?
This
The new one.
the shield shrine, the summon shield, the summon monster shield shrine. I can't even
Yeah.
say that right. Summon monster seal shrine. Oh, yeah, that is a better idea.
It's okay. Just finish whatever summoning you're going to do.
All right,
I'm gonna be sad.
I'm gonna save my L and D.
And
I'll do 5 more mysticals, and I'll do my L and D for last. And I got some lightning and Anubis. Yay!
I thought I was going to look up and see a 5-star and cry.
Oh, the night's young. All right, 2 more mysticals, then I'll do my L and D, and we will shelve this summon. Okay. No lightning from the L and D, but we definitely got a light mummy, which I don't think I have. Great.
I mean,
Add them to the
Epic.
box. Add them to the summoning box.
Le box?
So it's time for shout outs. Who are we shouting out this week? Lightstar777.
Ooh. Dolph Lundgren, shouting you out. Great movie, Master of the Universe. Thank you.
Definitely shouting out Max Brenner, chocolatier, who has a restaurant in Manhattan. Best service, best chocolate. Like, oh my goodness, we had a waffle with ice cream, and like they make the chocolate there.
And in the morning, I'm making waffles.
Yeah, man. Like, it was probably better than the waffles that Donkey made because it had chocolate. But shout out to Max Brenner. If you're ever in Manhattan and in Union Square, around that area, go there. Great, 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 great. And of course, I said it last week, Midnight Fight Express is going to be amazing. Shout out to Jacob. Anyway, just a really quick shout out to Hello Games. Just a ridiculous
Games.
a ridiculous update to No Man's Sky. I haven't even jumped into that as yet, but
You know, it takes a village to raise an idiot.
and now you have villages, so you can definitely raise your own idiots. And apparently, it's just as like they have the same stats as getting freighters and stuff like that. So I didn't even touch it. I'm going to jump into that and probably give you folks a report next week of the new No Man's Sky Frontier, and I think they have a new expedition also. I mean, Hello Games is just knocking it out of the park again and again. So I definitely like shouting out these smaller developers that are doing amazing things, like Jacob and like the crew at No Man's Sky, Hello Games and everything. But definitely want to shout out those devs.
And Dolph Lundgren.
And Dolph Lundgren,
and
apparently.
Also, and then also Nelly the God.
Nelly the God.
He's always hopping in and out, and
Yeah.
we love him.
Big shout out to Nelly the God, JD the Gamer, of course.
The beans.
Yeah.
Everybody, all our fun friends, and all of our Discorderlies.
Yes,
as,
hopefully I
as
get to
Nick
see
likes to call you.
some of you folks in the New York meetup, so you can see me in the skin and bones, in the flesh. What's up? I heard a
No, I was just going to secretly summon 2 more scrolls to be depressed even more. I did it. I thought I would scare. Like I thought I could surprise it. Like if I just went and summoned, and it was like, oh god, give him a 5-star.
Yeah, I know, Danny.
Kitty cat.
It's almost time for the show to end, so you came at the end. So that about wraps it up for this particular episode of A Monster Rancher's Guide to Summoner's War. New episodes every Saturday. Every Saturday.
Surprised you kept to your face. That flirkin almost got you.
So many times I think it's a flirkin. I can't watch Captain Marvel without
basically a flirkin.
without seeing that Skrull's reaction. She's like, it's not a cat, it's a flirkin. Keep it away from me. Anyway,
you shouldn't have that thing on your lap.
So reach out to us, mrgtsw at Gmail, mrgtsw on YouTube, Monster Rancher's Guide to the Universe on our Discord, at Rancher's Guide on our Twitter, mrgtsw on Reddit. mrgtsw stands for Monster Rancher's Guide to Summoner's War, just in case you folks didn't know that. Yeah, awesome. So yeah, that wraps it up.
Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to... anyway.
Shout out to the Wu-Tang Clan, apparently.
Woo! You gotta diversify your portfolio.
Yeah. Wu-Tang Financial. Anyway, everyone live long and prosper.